Kelsey Mitchell, no! My prediction was wrong. The Fever did not beat the Connecticut Sun, but let's look back at the game and see what truly happened. The coach Christy Sides, that Inexperience show. Did you see her call a timeout to stop the flow of momentum? I didn't see it. No, not me. And then let's talk about that late game execution. You saw what was working in the fourth quarter. The ABC squared pick and roll. And you went away from it because at the end of the day, when the going gets tough, people always revert to what they know. If you look at the regular season, the pecking order was we're going to run plays for Kelsey Mitchell in the clutch, which I'm not too upset about, but you saw what AB and Caitlin were doing in that game. And then that inbounds play with 2 seconds left. You have Lexi Hall as the inbounder trying to throw her basically a lob pass for Leah Boston. When your best passer is Caitlin Clark and you're not even really running her off anything, so she doesn't even look like a decoy. Coaching malpractice. That's what happens when you have a young coach. We still got to give credit to the Connecticut Sun. Their veteran experience showed. They really locked down, made some timely shots when they needed to. Now, the way they were moving in the media, I'm not a fan of that. You know who I'm talking about. Number 21 and AT. But you got to give credit where credit's due. And it didn't help the Fever that, one of their former starting players was probably pillow talking. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about, Miss Free Throws. That aside, it's not doom and gloom, Fever fans. You have two core pieces in Aaliyah Boston and Caitlin Clark. Aaliyah had a dominant game yesterday. I don't think there's anything else she could have done. Caitlin Clark running on fumes, playing 40 minutes, getting no rest. Coach doesn't even give her any strategic timeouts to get a rest and still drop 25, 8, and 6. So the future is bright. You just got to, replace some role players, some core pieces that know how to perform their role. Because it's very important in team sports, right? It's a team sport, so you can't win by yourself. So everybody has to do their job. And what I was seeing, just my lens, my vision, not everybody was doing their job for the Fever. Sometimes, especially in the regular season, you might have a starting forward try to play hero ball, dribbling into two defenders. I do want to talk about the refereeing. I see these fans, I see some of these WNBA players crying, saying, "Oh, she gets a special whistle." What special whistle? Tell me how many times you've seen the refs call a landing space foul for Caitlin Clark. Once? And you know that happens at least once a game, where the defender is recklessly closing out because they're scared of her shooting from three, and they crowd her landing space, and so she's not able to land without possibly turning her ankle. Now, I'm going to give Caitlin credit. She knows how to fall. So she does this bent thing with her knees to ensure that she doesn't turn her ankles because she's trying to protect herself. But it's the referee's job and the WNBA's job to protect their players. So there is no special Indiana Fever whistle. I mean, I saw Mabry just smack her in the face going for a layup, no foul call. So where is the special whistle that 21 Carrington and AR are complaining about? Please, let me see it, because I don't see it. So yeah, man, the WNBA, they got to overhaul their refereeing system. It might have to include increasing some salaries, increasing wages, whatever. But the refereeing in the WNBA is poor. They pride themselves on being a physical league. But jailhouse basketball is not basketball. I'm sorry. No one's trying to see that. The NBA, they knew what they were doing when they got rid of all of that. The game is supposed to have flow. Yes, you can have physicality, but it should be flow. Beautiful. All this fouling and not calling it, that's just not good basketball. And you encourage these players to foul because they know 50% of the time you're not going to call that. So why should I not foul? If you ain't going to call it, then I can get an advantage. I'm going to do it. So I don't blame the players. I blame the league and the referees.